Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out we finished off the last of the friendship episodes, and now it's preparation time before we head off to take on the final dungeon of the game. But first, we've got some little side quests for us to do. The first one is, you remember that we got the there was a side quest that we had to do for Mayu to get two of these golden elements. Once we got those two golden elements, we could then come to her and she would make us an armor piece for us. Basically, it's the strongest piece of armor in the game. For men, it's the Amaterasu armor, I believe, and I think it's the Kaguya armor. I think so. I think it's the Kaguya armor for women. Basically, you're allowed to make one per playthrough. So because I've already done a playthrough, I've already done a couple of playthroughs, I think. So I've already got a piece of the Amaterasu armor, as well as one of the Kaguya armor as well. So now I've got 2 men and 1 woman. So yeah, it's definitely worth going out of your way to do this side quest to get, because, you know, strongest piece of armor in the game and by a fair margin. Also, it gives you some. I mean, the money output is actually not all that much. You don't really get a lot of money for it, but you do get your virtue up a bit more, so it's kind of useful to get. Right then, so we've done that. So now we're heading off, because basically there's some story stuff that we can get if we head. There's 2 places that we can go to get some extra story content. So the first place we can go to is Ko's neighborhood. And if we go to Ko's neighborhood, we can head into Ko's house. Surprisingly, I know. Surprising, I know. So basically, yeah, so you can head into your own house at this point. I mean, to be fair, you can do this at any point in the game, because there's items to get, like, there's like different things you can do to kind of different items you can buy in order to do up your bedroom, like, you know, posters and statues and all that kind of shit. So you can come back here at any point during the game. But I don't really bother. I mean, there's not really a point. It's just, you know, it's something you do for completion's sake. So yeah, basically, you go to Ko's house, and basically we have a bit of a little bit of a cutscene where he's talking about what he has to do, what's going on with Shiori and him. And so once you've done that, we can head into here. So now we're heading over to Shiori's house, and we can have a little chat. See if anybody's home. Whoop, there was a little bit of stutter there. Fuck, don't do this to me now, little bastard. Yeah, so at this point you leave, and you can basically go into your bedroom, and if you decide to go in, we get another cutscene on the inside. So yeah, didn't leave everybody outside, which is kind of nice of him, I guess. So yeah, we got our bedroom, which I think this is like the second time I've shown this off. Because I think I showed it off early on in the playthrough, just to show off that you can buy stuff to do up your room and stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much the second. This is the only time where you Sorry. This is the only time I think where you 100% need to come here for story reasons. And even then, you can just avoid this if you want. You can just ignore all the side stuff and just go straight to the final boss. Yeah, so Ko's reminiscing about what's going on. About what happened with Shiori. And we've got some photos. And I kind of like this because we get a few kind of shots of Shiori at various points in her life. So we've got Ko, Shiori, and Ryota in elementary school. Oh yeah, this is where we get a little bit more of an inkling as to what the fuck's going on. So it should have tons of photos, but she's not in that one. She's not in this one. Yeah, she's not there. Because I think you might remember, I think at the beginning of this chapter, I think they showed a bunch of those photos with Shiori in them. And so now it's kind of showing you that, she's kind of missing from the photos now. So yeah, it's yet another hint about what the fuck is going on. And then you see it's Shiori's mum and dad. Again, I think, from what I remember, I think this is the only time we see Shiori's parents in the whole game. No, you know what? That's bullshit. It's the first time we see her mom. We saw her dad kind of earlier on because he works at the bookstore in Station Square. And Shiori's mother's asking, have you got any recent pictures of Shiori? Any recent pictures of Shiori? So, yeah, all of her recent family pictures have gone missing. And you can kind of tell that Mr. Goro and Asuka kind of know at this point what's going on, but they don't want to kind of bring the mood down and everything. So, you know, they don't want to alarm everybody yet. But like I say, we'll find out about what's going on with Shiori a fair bit later on. Yeah, so this is confirmation as well that Shiori has gone missing. So that idea that maybe she's at home or maybe her parents have seen her. No. It seems 100% likely at this point that she is in Akros Tower and in the middle of the dungeon. So we'll have to help her and find her. And everybody here, I think even Asuka and Mr. Goro, even they're kind of comforting the parents here, even though they kind of know that, even though they know that something's not quite right with what's going on with Shiori here. So yeah, but that's what we're going to be having to do. And so that's the end of the cutscene. So yeah, it's a bit more information kind of about... Or it's kind of a bit more confirmation that something's going on with Shiori. The fact that the parents' photos, recent photos of her have like gone completely. And that, in the photos that Ko... And that, the photo, we've seen what's happening in the photos. And so, yeah. Again, that's everybody kind of pushing Ko in the right direction again. That he's, again, having a little bit of doubts. Still has that fear about finding out what on earth is actually going on here. So, you know, it's a little bit more of a push from them. It's like, look, it doesn't matter. You know, it's up to you whether this is a comforting lie or whether it's actually the truth. Yeah, that's the reason why it's worth going out for that as well, because all of your stats increase. So you're, so it's well worth going out of your way to do it. Okay, here we are then. So we're on to another side quest. Yeah, I was trying to work out, okay, who do I talk to here? Who the fuck do I talk to? Do I talk to Kasumi? There we go. Let's talk to Kasumi. So yeah, her fever has spiked. And she's apparently got bad symptoms. This is Kasumi's mother, she collapsed. The temperature went up and down, but it has subsided. Been a cycle that over and over again every 30 minutes. So yeah. So yeah, Mr. Goro comes up with the right thing, that basically this is an eclipse sickness. That basically because she's kind of got caught up in the effects of the eclipse kind of infecting the entire world. So basically we've got so she's got ice flame sickness. So basically we've got to go and get some stuff for her in order to treat her illness. There is an antidote for it. Can make it, but I need the materials. Burning grass and ice crystal flower. 2 of each, dried. So yeah. So over in Araicho, Taizo, who is the the old guy who runs the exchange store, you go over to him, and he will give you. Yeah, he's already heard about the situation, because of course he fucking has. And he gives us the burning grass. But we need the ice flower. So yeah, so he hasn't got that shit, so he's sending us to the Nanahoshi Mall to talk to the fortune teller, who just so happens to have ice flowers. Okay. Why the fuck does the fortune teller have eclipse materials? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just talk to her. Ice crystal flower, there we go. Ice flower is Mario. Ice crystal flower, there we go. Yeah, I like how Ko has the right thing. There, he's just like, what the fuck? How the hell does she have these? How the hell does she have this stuff on her? So anyway, now we've gone to Mizuhara. We've had to prepare the we've had to prepare the antidote, and Shino seems to be just fine. Kasumi's mom is going to be okay. Yeah, Kasumi is a bit tsundere. Can't show her how happy she is that her moms are going to be okay. That's extreme tsundere. Boom. You get 800 gems, your virtue increases, and we got some consumables as well, which is fairly useful. Right, next side quest. Basically, we've now gone to where are we now? This is the mall, and basically this is the manager of Rion's band of I can't remember of Spika. There you go. Fucking hell, I couldn't remember that. So basically, the rest of the members of Spika kind of have gone missing. They were apparently going to what's the name of the place? To Akros Tower as part of a little deal, as part of a gig, but then he hasn't heard from them since. Basically, the earthquake hit, and then they kind of got separated when a bunch of the monsters kind of basically attacked them and kind of chased them off. So yeah, so of course we're going to offer to look for Spika members. just to make sure they're okay. So let's go see if we can find these motherfuckers. Basically, I think, if I remember correctly, there are 3 locations that we need to go to, where one person is, where you know, one area has one member of Spika, two areas have 2 members of one member of Spika each, and then the other area is 2 members, the final 2 members. So my Jesus, what's the matter with me today? But yeah, so first off, we're heading back to Haraicho, and we're going to talk to these dudes who can tell us where they're going, and basically they tell us that they saw someone who looked like a member of Spika, and they saw her heading towards the underpass. So yeah, head to the underpass. So at this point, basically, you need to add Rion as part of your attack team, as part of your party. And I think it's also a way of basically telling you, hey, you go here, then you're going to have to go into combat. So it's best to go and find some, stock up on items that you might need in order to make this a little bit easier. But I'm already well stocked on the majority of shit, so I don't really need to. Oh shit, it's a giant pig with an axe. Well, Haruka's in trouble. Sorry, Akira's in trouble. She's surprisingly calm considering the situation that she's finding herself in, basically surrounded on both sides. So yeah. So if you go there where Rion isn't in your party, then it kind of stops you and says, hey, put Rion in your party first, otherwise you can't go to the underpass. So yeah. We've got a fight to do, but that's going to be next part. So join me next time for the next part, when we'll be finishing off this side quest and saving the rest of the Spika girls, and we'll also be heading to the final dungeon of the game. So yeah, see you next time.